shoulder injury prevention. Now I know that warming up and doing exercises to prevent injury may be boring. But do you know what's more boring? Being off sport, having to go see the doctor or having to go see your surgeon. Therefore, I recommend prevention of injury. The shoulder is one of the most commonly injured parts of the human body. And in sports involving throwing, such as cricket or baseball, you have even greater risk of injuring your shoulder, particularly to the throwing arm. However, batting can injure either shoulder. So I recommend doing all of these exercises for both arms. I'm going to show you one arm and you can duplicate it with both arms. Another easy way to prevent injury is to drink enough water. Drinking enough water is an easy way to prevent injury, and not drinking enough water is an easy way to cause injury or aggravate an existing injury. Listen to your body. If you're feeling pain anywhere, your body's trying to tell you something. In your arm, there should not be pain anywhere except for potentially mild pain if you've done a heavy workout in this part of the arm or this part of the arm. Anywhere that's a joint or an insertion point of a muscle, if it starts to hurt, that's a sign that you're likely to get injured if you continue as you're doing. Anything in the wrist to the fingertips, anything in the elbow area, any of the muscle insertions here, anything in the rotator cuff, shoulder, and anything where muscle is attaching to bone, like along here, in the back, along the clavicle, etc., etc. All you need to do these exercises is lightweight and an elastic. You can attach an elastic to something and pull on it for exercise, or in this case I'm going to ask my doctor friend to hold one end. I'm going to show you both arms for this first exercise. Afterward I will continue showing only one arm. Now here are diagonal pulls from below to high. With the right arm pulling across the center line of the body from low to high, from one side, turn around, and now you're coming away from the center line of the body from low to high. I'll show you the left arm. Now we're coming from low to high, across the center line, flip round, away from the center line of the body. Now from high to low, I'm going to just do with one arm. So high to low, across the center line of the body. You should be doing 20 repetitions or so of these, or enough to get warm. Ideally, you're doing an exercise that gets you warm in about 20. You don't want to be warm in 3, that's too much strain. So that is those, diagonal, from low to high and from high to low. Now at shoulder height, coming across, just one arm now, flip round, coming away from the center line. Now at chest height, start with away here, coming towards the center line. Now here's a good point for a throwing motion. Arm at a right angle, a bit of tension, throwing motion, rotating forward. Backward, rotating backward. Now lower, rotating at the elbow, backward. The same thing, just with the arm pointed down. Right angle, pulling away. And that is everything with the elastic. Now, the dumbbell, you could do 2 at once, raises straight out like the wings of a bird, and then slightly forward with your thumbs pointed up. Again, the weight should be about right so that 20 repetitions gets you warm. You're not trying to develop power, you're trying to warm your muscles here. The one exercise that I advise doing with slightly more weight is the following. It's similar to one you've done already. Lying on your side with perhaps twice as much weight, rotating outward like this, getting the back of the shoulder nice and warm. Maybe 8 to 12 repetitions would be ideal here. Get a nice warm back here. Now sorts of flying motion with 2 arms, showing you one straight out like a bird, then just barely forwards, maybe 10 degrees forward of straight out. Not too high, going higher is liable to injure you, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid here. Rows can be like this, or kneeling, pulling up. Now, a row where you pull up and then move forward and rotate. So you have the bars horizontal at the top and vertical at the bottom. Next, with the chair, a simple press up. Now, on a flat surface, just a normal press up. Or push up, as you may call this. Now some exercises that you may already know. For the bicep, what's called a concentration curl, keeping everything still except for the forearm, flexing the bicep. Tricep extensions, keeping everything still except for the forearm, flexing the tricep. Wrists, both sides, keeping everything still except for the hand. Up like this, flip over, up like that, and then twisting. This way, with the weight out here, and this way, with the weight out here. That's what's known as the thrower's 10, or however many that actually was. Do your best